Listen, y'all. What's the word, man? We back.
What's the word?
What's the word?
We are back yet again.
I know y'all thought we was done.
They thought we disappeared for a little bit, feel me. We just had to take a little hiatus for a little bit, feel me.
Come on. It was only one episode. You thought we was done after one? Come on now.
Back, you feel me?
Listen, man. It's your boy KC here. You already know, man of many things. Got my brother right next to me and let him do his own thing.
Praise the Lord. Leave I like the jeans. You know what's going on.
You know, it's another episode.
Get me.
Yes, sir. It's another episode of What's the Word NYC. Listen, I know it's been a while. We do apologize for that. You know, just a little technical difficulties thing going behind the scenes. But we here. Listen, early morning. We here. We getting things in, working. That's what's important, right? We'll just catch you up on a few things that's been going on with us right now. As you can see, I got braids. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even see that.
Word, yeah, bro. My shit's long right now. Y'all, bro. Yes, sir.
I also got the stitchies.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
the stitch no Lilo.
Yes, sir. I'm just really tired of maintaining like real hair, my regular hair. If you didn't know, I have curly hair. But it's just really a lot to maintain, especially because it's also pretty long too as well. So I really get tired of maintaining.
Pause.
Heavy on the pause. Pardon the left. So yeah, I just really get tired of doing that shit. So I just get stitch braids. It's just because cool style is really easy to do, and you just get up and go in the morning. No job, everything's going well. I'm looking healthy, feeling good, feeling great. I can't complain. Life is looking up right now. It's word. So I was let my brother tell him what he got going on himself.
Man, as of lately, I've just been making multiple side quests. I just got back from, where did I go to? I went to London. I went to Paris. I was there for like a couple
and
weeks.
And the ends, them dogs.
At the ends, you feel me, with the Mandem and the ends and such. Mans went to Shoreditch. Mans went to Peckham and such. You get me, fam. Nah, but no funny. I was out in Europe for a couple weeks. I just went on there on a leisure trip, feel me. Ever since I came back, I just been rolling. Like came back to castings. It's Fashion Week right now. We're recording this podcast smack in the middle of Fashion Week. Like, what's today? The 13th?
Yes, sir.
14th? Like, it's smack in the middle of Fashion Week. I had 2 shows yesterday. No, a lot. I had a show yesterday. I got a fitting right after this later. I got 2 shows tomorrow. Shout out Kid Soup. Oh, I left the cat out the bag. But by the time this episode's out, though, I would have already walked. So shout out Kid Super. Mm-hmm. Shout out Romeo Hunt. Feel me for tomorrow. My 2 designers I'm walking for tomorrow. Very
you want to say that big secret? What you told me earlier? You want to let them know?
Nah. The Romeo Hunt. That's on Vogue. He be on Runway every season.
Yes, sir. Shout out Vogue. Shout out Romeo, man. Word. Big things is happening for bro. We appreciate him. Fashion Week is out. Shout out to all the models who's out here doing their things. Word. A lot of great shows.
Make sure y'all getting y'all food, bro. Stay hydrated and all that. Like, feel me? All the models out there that's like in town right now for Fashion Week. Don't drive yourself crazy. You feel me? Make sure you feed yourself. Make sure you get your rest. All of that good stuff. Feel me?
Yes, sir.
It's a very essential. Essential.
Yes. Stay the course too. Don't let nothing discourage you. And this could be advice that be taken for anything else. Not necessarily just for being a model. Stay the course
in general.
Just don't get discouraged.
Just take care of yourself.
Yes.
Like, love you.
Yes.
Like, no funny shit. Honestly, I had to write on my whiteboard big bold letters. Me. Over the line, the vision, me over everything.
Ooh.
Dead ass, like, cause like people really just be
draining
out
energy.
Here living. Not even know. My thing is people be out here living for other people, trying to satisfy others and trying to worry about the next man. Like, yo, bro, like if it makes you happy, do that shit. And if it don't do that shit. It's that simple. Like,
that simple.
I be telling people that be complaining about stuff that they have control over. It's like, yo, bro. Don't come to me with your problems if you can literally wake up tomorrow and not have that problem anymore.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't come to me complaining about X shorty, about this person. Yo, bro, these are things that are in your control. So I just be like, yo, bro, just literally wake up tomorrow and never text that girl again. Wake up tomorrow and never do XYZ again. Like, it's that simple.
Don't work that job that's stressing you out.
Word. That's another thing, too. Y'all be going crazy over the job. We going on a tangent, but all in all, put you first. Take care of yourselves.
Yes. Put you first. This is a message from KC and Praise.
Word.
Yes. But we're gonna start off. We got a lot of good things to talk about today. All in all, everyone knows what the podcast is about. New York City based stuff. Current things going on in the world, things that are just circulating in today's events. Also too, we don't like to keep things typical and everything that you would see on another podcast, right? So the first topic that we got going on today is one that's been circulating the internet and it's taking over social media by a storm right now. And it is the death of Charlie Kirk. Dun, dun, dun.
Yo, I never even knew who bro was until like an hour after he died. Never heard of bro. If there was, honestly, I'm looking at somebody's story like, damn, they really got him. I'm like, yo, bro, who got?
Who got?
Like, I feel like sometimes I'll be living under a rock, but I did my research on bro.
Yeah.
Allegedly, he's some activist guy, like, who be all for guns and all this other shit, like gun violence.
So for those who don't know, Charlie Kirk, and I'm reading it right here off Wikipedia, was an American conservative political activist, author, and media personality. He co-founded the conservative student organization Turning Point USA, TPUSA, in 2012 and was executive director. He was the chief executive officer of the Turning Point Action, TPA, and a member of the Council of National Policy. In his later years, he was one of the most prominent voices of the populist MAGA movement, which is Make America Great, and exemplified as the growth of Christian nationalism in the Republican Party. And he was a very, 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 very gun activist too, as well. One of the most known quotes he was very popular for, but then also gave him a lot of controversy, was that he said that, I don't know if you know this too, this is about to may shock you, to protect the Second Amendment, gun violence isn't necessary.
Is not necessary?
It's a necessity.
Oh, to protect, what's the Second Amendment, right? A right to carry firearms?
No, I think either the bear arms or freedom of speech. It's either or. I'm not. Please don't attack me, y'all. If I'm wrong, but it's either or of those. And it's just completely mind baffling. Like mind baffling, right? So just to start off the topic, right? You know, so what it was, he was at Utah. Yes, the Bear Arms. So he was at the Utah Valley University, UVU. Going around. He was on a tour. Going around.
College tour?
Yeah, college tour. Basically going around speaking about, I believe these. I don't know if this topic of gun violence, but or the reason why everyone should be basically bear arms. And so I think that this is his first stop, Utah, and he was there, and literally the same topic, I believe, before he got shot in the neck. Also, by the way, he got shot in the neck. Like it was mad wild.
Yo, if y'all didn't see that video, just go to Twitter.
Twitter, yeah, X.
Like that shit crazy, bro. Like they did bro like Tilted Towers in Fortnite. Word. Yeah. They scoped bro like he was moving like ninja on Fortnite, like FaZe Clan, like he was wilding. That shit, quick scope. Pow! That shit.
And just.
That was not pretty.
It was a real nasty topic. But then he was there, and I believe I'm not 100% sure, and if I'm wrong, everyone correct me. I'm always up for getting corrected. He was in the topic of speaking of why black people cause the more of the most violence. If I'm something like
that was red on white crime.
And that's what the crazy irony is. You were then killed by something that you believe on,
22-year-old,
and you something that you strongly believed on, and by someone who was on the same race as you that you don't speak on.
The irony
in that. Literally, that's why. So basically, what I'm saying, the topic before he got shot was he was saying that I think that the most gang violence is basically on black crime. Which is not necessarily as true if you do the stats and look up the facts. And look, you got sniped. You got sniped in the neck, bro.
Shit is crazy. It's sad. Like, like that's not even like demographically, that's not even possible. Like black people make up a good 20% of this country.
Oh, and you want to know? And you want to hear the funny thing? You want to hear the stats?
But we take up 80% of people incarcerated.
And you want to hear something crazy, bro? You want to hear the statistical facts in Utah? 80% are white or Caucasian or of European descent. It's like 2 point something of Asian culture, Pacific Islanders, and the rest is of mixed. there is of like 0.83% of black people in Utah.
What? Is that 0?
0.83% of people of black people in Utah.
What the fuck is in Utah? The Jazz? That's all I'm thinking about when I hear Utah. Salt Lake City. Yo, my sister got engaged in Utah. I still don't know why she went there to get engaged. It's a little odd. But you feel me? You like it, I love it.
You know, it just goes to show you. It just goes to show, right? And I want everyone to understand and to understand our point. We do not condone death. Like we're not happy that he died. We are not ecstatic, hallelujah, rejoice. We're not that.
Yeah, I didn't know, bro.
But we are saying this is your karma.
Gangster.
And that's straight up the truth.
Word.
It has nothing to do with how I feel, how bro feel, our stands on none of it. But that's just your karma, brother. You died by something that you strongly believe on by the same color of your skin.
Very tragic.
Very tragic, brother. And then what I do, and one thing that I won't lie, brother, that kind of upsets me, right? Was okay, right? Let's go to there. The initial reactions, right, on the internet, right? X, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. It was a bunch of mixed feelings, right? And I'm only talking about people of, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about these people.
Black Twitter. We talking about.
Yeah, right. It was a lot of mixed feelings because, right, you have people of religious base being like, oh, as a religious person, you shouldn't be out here celebrating death, or you shouldn't be happy that someone died regardless of regardless of whatever he believed in and stuff like that. And I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I just don't really know how to feel about that. Like, I'm not saying we should be out here happy that he died, but there's nothing wrong to speak on that either, though. Like, there's nothing wrong to speak on it or say maybe, hey, this is, like we said, this is your karma. There's nothing wrong with that, and that doesn't mean we're saying, "Oh my God, Charlie Kirk died." We're not
smoking that Charlie pack.
Yeah, we're not saying that, but nigga, like these are the consequences of your actions, bro. Like legit, and then don't try to manipulate it with religion, and then like, oh, we're not a good person. Oh, you're a bad person because you're wishing death on another. Fuck out my face, all that shit. Realistically, what you think about that?
Yo,
bro?
My fair take. Okay, this is my holistic take, right? First thing I'm gonna start off by saying is I'm a strong believer, and shout out to Avatar Aang. I'm a strong believer that all life is sacred. High key. All life is sacred. That goes for animals. That goes for bugs. That goes for anything. All life is sacred, right? Everything on this planet, everyone on this planet plays a purpose. Every living being on this planet has someone out there that loves them. So I would never wish death on anybody, personally.
Literally.
But in the same breath, I will say, sometimes niggas be asking for that shit. Word.
Like,
what else can I say, bro? Like, niggas like me, I see death, I see problems, and I'm going the opposite way. I'm not talking about it, and I'm not trying to engage with it. That's why I can never be a politician neither. Word. Yeah, bro, my thing is, you could get shot walking in the hood. You could get shot walking through pink houses in East New York, right? Yeah, bro, you can get shot going into a political event at a college university in broad daylight, too. This is America. This is the country we live in. It is crazy.
It's the day and age we in right now.
It's spooky almost, like, no one's safe. Like, high key, this is the unsafest we've all been. We got people revolting in Nepal. We got them burning down. What they burned down? The prime minister's crib. They over here. Yo, bro. If you don't know what's going on in Nepal, look that shit up right now.
And we're going to get into that.
We're definitely going to talk about that. But it's like, yo, this is really the world we're living in. Not even the country. America, we do have it like the worst semi out of all other countries. But it's like, this is not the land of the free, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this is not the land of the free. Like, it's spooky out here. So, like I said, all life is sacred. I am not. My condolences to Charlie Clerk's family, his loved ones, all of that good stuff. Like, you feel me? They still lost a loved one. Like, he's a father, he's an uncle, he's a husband, I think. I don't even know.
He is.
Like I said, I never heard a bro's name out of a can of paint until the day he got shot. But, again, condolences to them. But personally, like I said, end of the day, Some niggas be asking for that shit. If you want to put yourself in that light, you better be prepared to do it. Same thing in politics, same thing in the hood. You want to be a gangster, you want to be a gangbanger in the streets, you better get ready to either live by that gun or die by that gun. Facts. So it is what it is. You wanna lay your bed. You wanna make your bed. You better be ready to lay in that shit, just the way you made your bed. Facts.
Literally. And
so it
facts.
is what it is.
And there's 3 more points I would like to bring on this topic of the Charlie Kirk thing. Right. One was that this shows that us, like once again, are not concerned about the right things, because then you have examples of like George Floyd. When George Floyd died, there wasn't as much upset and uprisingness of someone of our same. You know what I'm saying? And it's baffling. It makes you hit him with the side eye, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's that, right? The that fact, right? The next thing is that you see that, like bro said, before this incident happened, he didn't know who he was. Why violent clips spread so fast? What is it with you, bro, that makes you think that violent clips spread so fast rather than anything else in the world? Like, because
that's the media, and I'm also too
because there's also another world event that just happened too. There was a school shooting in Colorado as well.
I didn't hear of that either,
bro. It's nasty, like you said. It's nasty. It's nasty going on in the country right now. It's really nasty. I'm not gonna lie. So. But now I would like you to answer the question. My apologies about that.
Good. Yo, so my take on that is, ask your question again, my fault.
Why is violent clips spread so fast?
Violent clips, because, that's, okay. Fuck violent clips. Excuse my French, but I'll take it even one layer deeper. Just the media in general. You watch the news, CNN, MSNBC, NBC, any Fox, Pix 11, anything, News 1. Yo, bro, you watching any media outlet, 85% of the things that they say on there is all negative news. Some are getting shot, some are getting stabbed, some problem going on in the finance world, some problems going on in the political world. Bro, all you hear about is negativity, because why? That's what people want to hear about. But it's systematic, because they're telling people things like this, projecting everything going on, to give people a little sense of fear. Also to honestly make people knowledgeable. Obviously, it's good to know where to go, where not to go, things that matter. Like, you know what's going on. Stay with current events and all that, but it does not have to be 80%, 85% all negativity. Like, you know what I mean? So obviously, I feel like in the same breath, social media is still media. It's just on our phones, on cute little apps. But at the end of the day, essentially, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, they're all just media outlets. They're all just places where you can go to find information on news. Like, that's how I figure out what's going on in the world. First thing I heard of when I seen on somebody's story, damn, they got him. He got shot. Damn, RIP, whatever. First thing I did, I went to Twitter. I didn't go to Google. I didn't turn on the news. I went to Twitter and I went to trending, and I found it in less than 5 seconds. Why? Because that's what the media pushes. So there's no reason per se why they go viral faster than other clips, but I think it's just like, it's just the way the media has always been, you feel me, been trained, I guess, to flow. Like, they don't speak about good shit. You're normally hearing about bad shit, and it just be like that. Unfortunately,
literally
be like that.
And to piggyback off what you do, which kind of actually slides into the third topic that I wanted to mention, is all this just desensitize us as humans.
That very much so.
That to the point where, I'm not gonna lie, I saw the clip of Charlie getting shot in his neck. I'm telling you, like, it was disgusting. Like, it was to the point of where it's like they shot him, and like blood just started gushing out of his neck. Like, it hit an artery. You could tell it hit an artery. And my initial reaction was like, damn. Went to the next video. Like that's how desensitized that we are as humans in America in today's day and age.
Because we've seen it. Like, obviously, this was like a little more monumental because of the stature of the guy that got shot. But,
yeah,
bro, I seen my first person in real life get shot when I was 7 years old, right in the peas. It ain't nothing I ain't never seen before. So, like you said, we desensitized to that shit because of our background, our upbringing, and just the shit that we're used to seeing on a normal day. Feel me? We see people get niggas die every day. B like,
Like,
feel me? It's a real.
That's
it's
not
real
that word. I
quote.
want you to know that quote is not a.
It's a real quote.
My God, he's so like
a real
heartless.
quote.
That's real.
That's a real quote.
That's real. It's
Niggas
just.
die
It's just. I
every
guess
day.
maybe it's the way it's said.
Wiggers die every day too.
Niggas die every day.
Niggas
B.
and wiggers. It don't matter, bro.
Like that
Bullets
shit would
got
really.
no picks.
That's not desensitized to you. Like like bro said. Like I've seen and been in real shootouts before. Like that's
Gangster.
real.
Word.
That's real.
I've been shot at before. Gangster.
Been held at gunpoint before. Like that's real. This is real life, bro.
Oh, word. I've been held at gunpoint before too in LA.
This is real, y'all. This is real. So, don't want to, make it seem this is, oh my gosh, are they okay? But,
it's just normal shit. Like, you just gotta be ready. Gotta stay ready so you don't gotta get ready.
Yeah, so this constant exposure does desensitize us. It really does. You don't have to see these things, by the way, too. It's just you can
filter
definitely
it out. You can choose not to.
You can definitely figure it out. But
I
I think it's even as terrible as these things, and I think it's still good to know. You need to be knowledgeable in certain aspects and stuff like that. But that kind of just that's just really it about Charlie and his situation. Like I said, we said we wish his family well. He just had a newborn daughter, I believe.
I didn't even know that.
Wish her well. Wish the family well. Wish them well. I don't wish nothing bad on them. He wasn't the greatest human being. Not gonna lie, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't like
the best, but wasn't the worst.
Probably the worst. He probably wasn't the worst human being either.
Could have been Adolf Hitler. Word. Could have been Donald Trump.
He was in very yes. Donald Trump is very funny.
A few worse people out there. That's all we saying. But
yeah,
shout out to bro.
Definitely right. And that kind of just segues us into the next topic that we definitely wanted to speak in, and Brooke kind of already brought it up too, was that if you're not going on, well, we just gave you a country event. Now we're giving you a world event that's going on right now. There is in a sense a revolution going on in Nepal right now. In Nepal, the government just tried to put a social media ban that basically they're trying to push the narrative of basically they wanted to censor out in specific information to them and the Gen Zers, right? And if you are not knowing what Gen Zers, I believe that is from 1998, the year that we were born, 1997, the year we were born, to all the way to 2000 something. I'm not 100% sure.
97, I believe, to 2012, I believe they said. I'm gonna do some. Go ahead.
But in that, yes. Sorry, excuse me. There's a revolution going on because Gen Z, Nepal government tried to put a social media ban, and they were not fucking with it. They were just straight up not fucking with it. Gen Zers went up to the Nepal parliament and they set that shit on fire. Like just straight up. Like they rushed it. They got the prime minister and the minister of finance resigned. They resigned because they just could not control these people. And in that, I just want to know what's your thoughts on that, bro? Like, what is your thoughts on a country trying to put a ban on social media, right? I know we had a little brief conversation before we started recording about it, but like, what is your really initial thoughts on this?
Yo, so boom. This has happened in another country before. I can't remember what country it was, but this really is all about perspective. Mm-hmm. Another thing too I learned in the recent months is there's no right. Shout out to Big Sean, actually. I was watching an interview by bro. So he said this quote, shout out to Big Sean. He said there's no right, there's no wrong, there's only perspective. Because even he was talking about giving a story about some KKK niggas that tried to run down on him in Alabama or something like that. Another story for another day, but maybe I can go find it yourselves. But long story short, he's like, yo, the KKK niggas really think that they're doing good work because they were born and raised into believing, certain mind states. So they're thinking they're really doing good. They're thinking they're really doing good in real life. It's just all about perspective. So no one's really right or wrong because both sides think they're doing right. The black people think they're right. They think they're right. But there's no right or wrong. There's just only perspective. You feel me? There's two different sides. So this could be viewed at from different lenses, right? As far as social media goes, it could be looked at as like, all right, Like Gen Zers, like, yeah, y'all are fiending. Like, y'all, you feel me? Y'all just want to get back on their gram. I don't know if y'all are bored, whatever the case may be. But the taking it a layer deeper, honestly,
It's
the
more, yeah.
reasoning, it's more to it. The
Way more to
reasoning
that,
as to
yeah.
why they did it is they really tried to keep, I guess, keep the whole world.
Regulate information. They were trying to regulate
like they're trying to
information.
filter out the real shit going on. Okay, I'm about to bring it back to Avatar again. I'm sorry, because I was just watching this shit last night too. There was an episode, you're familiar with Avatar. There was an episode when they went to Ba Sing Se and the Dai Li agents were like trying to hide the Avatar and his friends from seeing the king. They were going around town talking about the war, trying to ask people like, yo, so outside these walls, Ba Sing Se was like a gated community. Inside that gated community, they could not even speak about the war going on outside, but it was 100-year-long war. I look at it like something similar to that. All they're trying to do is keep everyone in Nepal, I guess, uneducated or unaware of like what's really going on the outside, which is crazy works. Like, so I don't really blame them for taking it that far, but also too, how long did it take them? Like, was it like the next day? A week. 1 week of social medias, and they could not handle it. Again, that could be viewed in multiple different ways, but from my perspective, honestly, they handled it as they should.
They should, yeah. And I agree with Bro, and they kind of piggyback off it too. They were the reason a little to kind of go more into depth as the reason why they did this. They were trying, like I said, they were trying to regulate information. They were also hide in the banning of that. It stopped people from exposing the corruption that was going on in Nepal in that too as well, because the prime minister and then the minister of finance, the person who controls the financing of the entire country, were doing illegal ish, and the people were not fucking with it. Especially people of our age too, who are very like on point with their money. I thought it was probably just Americans, but as you can see, everywhere they are probably paying with their money. Like
everywhere,
stop fucking around. Like you need to stop fucking around. And this is the generation that's going to do it too. I want y'all to know this.
I think so too. I think Gen Z is going to change a lot of narratives.
You see what happened, you see what happened when George Floyd passed.
They're going to change a lot of narratives.
A lot of narratives. We are the ones who are still going to bring back the riots.
I'm talking about we
are going to ones to bring back the riots.
Because I think out of every, like, our generation is high-key rebellious, like, and starting rebellious early, young, very rebellious, very, like, because we're exposed to seeing, like, people live different sorts of lives, different places, or whatever the case is, because of shit like TikTok, because of shit like Instagram. So it's like, people now in other countries are seeing that these things are normal, seeing that what's going on in their country is not normalized in other places. So now it's like everyone's being a lot more knowledgeable on where they want to go, things that should be going on, what they will and will not tolerate because of, you feel me, socials. So now it's about to be like, I feel like basically all in all, Gen Zers are getting a lot more tight-knitted. Doesn't matter where you live at. You could live in Japan, you could live in Australia, like they're getting a lot more tight knitted because of social media. Like I'll be having friends, and I ain't never been to Australia. I got friends in Australia. I never been to Athens. I got friends in Athens. I got motion in mad countries I never even been to. Just on social media, like literally. So I feel like all it's doing is keeping us more community based, I guess, like worldly community based though. Which is a good thing, you feel me? Because if any wild shit happens in America, I know that the Gen Zers are gonna be wildin'.
And this is where the revolution will be televised.
Wildin'.
Yes.
Like y'all seen what happened during after George Floyd, like he said during COVID. They was wildin'.
Wildin', bro. The looting, the rioting, the protests. Like, come on,
protesting, bro. Like people was basically jumping cops, setting cop cars on fire and all that. It was wacky. It was
wild. Listen, man. All in all, stop fucking around.
Word.
Just seriously, like, because in that after the protesters, they stormed the parliament. They what they did first was they went into these local militia places. Stole guns. Then after they stole the guns, they went and stormed the parliament because obviously now they got weapons to do so. Stormed the parliament. For me, I don't know. I know y'all can't see it, but
they were very strategic.
Very strategic. That's but they're out here. They out here wilding right now. Like they got guns. They storming shit. Like come on, bro. Wow, they're not playing. After that. People who successfully infiltrated the parliament, they went and stole money and then spread it out and threw it into the community. Come on, like, and that's real. That's fire. That's this matter. I know you
Yo.
probably can't see it again, but
Let them do this shit in America, bro. We going to the mint, bro. Fuck a bank. We're going to the mint.
Yeah.
The U.S. Mint.
But
Gangsta,
now,
what?
question, right? I have a question
Yo.
into that, right? But wouldn't that hurt us in the sense of now we're just depreciating our dollar?
No. You know why? Because the dollar amount that's sitting in like banks and mints and shit like that is not even really what America has. Like, okay. The way the economy works is just like a super mini breakdown. Like, not even a mini breakdown, but as far as that goes, like true value is based on commodities that we have. Like, true value is not the money that we print. The money we print is how we keep track of how many like commodities we have, like gold, oil, things that matter. That's the true wealth and the value. So the money that they're printing is based off of
The commodities we
the
have.
commodities that we own for real. So
Which is
money,
oil and gold.
Money is really like nothing. It's just paper, technically cloth. It's actually 80% cloth. People don't be knowing, but yeah, but it's just paper at the end of the day. You feel me? Like that's not really what's worth a lot. So if people was to go take dollars, like US dollars and shit, you know, they could, you feel me? They could buy stuff with it and have like stuff with it. They could do a lot with it at the end of the day, but I don't think it would really affect like the mint or the government or like the economy. Nothing crazy, nah. They still got because they have other reserves where they keep their commodities, all the gold and shit like that. They have that is, that's some shit. Yeah, that's some shit. But you feel me? If they was to do that shit in America, we going to the mint. Honestly, I don't even need to go to.
But then also too,
just take me to Chase Bank.
I also do fear though
Chase
that if we were to do that here, like let me not say Trump specifically, but whoever the president would be, obviously in the time they would initiate like national, call National Guards,
type shit,
military, like
probably get like rubber pellets or some
shit.
To
fight us
BB
back,
guns and shit like that. High key. I think so too. I was thinking that as well. I was like, the whole time in my head when I was just saying that, I'm like, yo, if that was America though, I don't think they would let that shit slide.
Hell no, they're not letting that slide.
I don't think they let that shit slide that easy. You feel me? I don't think so. No. Like, I don't think niggas could like. It don't matter how many people. I don't think we are capable of, you feel me, like
doing what Napoleon
burning down
do.
like the White House or some shit like that. You know what I mean? For example, I don't think we got that.
Like them storming the Capitol. I want you to know that would never happen again. Like I want y'all to know that would never ever happen again. Like
Word.
Like one thing America does is they learn from their mistakes and lessons. And they make shit don't happen again.
Word.
Like 9/11 won't happen again.
They seen how that shit went during COVID.
You know what I'm saying? Like them storming that Capitol never will happen again.
They gonna be. Oh yeah, they did get into the. They did get into the.
They got inside. No, not the White House, just the Capitol.
Oh, just the Capitol.
Just the Capitol. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just the Capitol building.
If they got into the White House, then niggas is.
Now
you're wilding.
For sure. Then it's
now
like,
you're
really trespassing.
Yeah, like now you're really wilding. Like exactly.
That's dead a crib. I'll be forgetting.
Listen. So, because I know, man, we live here. Like they don't play that shit.
Niggas is not.
It sounds good. What we're saying sounds good.
It sounds good overseas. In America, they be wilding.
Yeah, and this not to diss DePaul, but y'all can't do what we could do over here. Like in terms of like again. And organizing the government to stop the people like
New York alone is its own country. Our body's different,
like
gangster,
different,
crazy, bro.
Right?
Like, that was us, bro. If it was New Yorkers or a bunch of New Yorkers, Gen Z niggas in Nepal, it would have been way worse. I guarantee. It would have been way worse, for sure.
100%.
Would have been way worse
because then you would have had those people.
Lives probably would have been lost.
100%. And cause you would have had those people, right? Because you have to look back to it when the whole George Floyd riots and all those things happened, right? You had those people who were out there protesting for what the right thing was, where they were, there was actually, like no justice, no peace. Like they were out there for it. Then you had the people who was like, all right, while they're protesting, gonna use this opportunity to go steal. Mm-hmm. There was those people, mm-hmm. and that's where the riot, the looting, and all those, where in Soho everyone was exactly like just breaking into all the
really
designers.
Making big group chats and really like, oh yeah, everyone be at this store
exactly
at this time we're gonna be wilding.
The whole
jewelry stores and all that. They was wilding.
Yeah,
the looting was going crazy. I wasn't even in town for it. Truest word, I'd have been out there looting too.
I was out there protesting. I was out there in the protest.
Nah, I was OT at the time.
So from my crib, bro, all the way to the bridge by downtown. That's what we protested all the way from there, from around basically, bro. Yeah, it was really fire to see, bro. It was really.
Y'all going? I went down Fulton or Broadway?
No, actually, Atlantic.
Okay, that makes more sense.
We went down Atlantic.
Yeah, that makes more sense actually.
And it was really a cool thing to experience, to be a part of something like revolutionary like that, and to like know that I was out there doing something that I did out there doing something that I stood for and I truly believed.
I wish I was there.
It was really cool, bro. It was a really cool experience. But then, like I said too, while I was out there, I saw people who was out there like, nah, nigga. It was like, I'm like, oh, bro, I saw somebody like, yo, I'm telling them like, yo, what you doing out here is really commendable. They're like, nigga, I'm out here, but I'm about to go to the city to riot still. like real life, they would tell you that, right? But yeah, that's what would happen out here, in the States. But just to kind of like finish off the Nepal thing too. After they stormed the parliament, right, and they did all these, unhinged shit. They then caught the Nepal's financial minister lacking outside, and they did him the worst way in. Like they did him so bad. They basically started beating him, stoning him, chasing him, beating him with shit. They even got him to the point where they stripped him of his clothes and carried him through his like two people behind his legs and another two people behind his arms, and they just dragged him through the streets.
They was just carrying him,
They even got to the point where they threw him into the river,
right?
And then they beat him through the river with a bag over his head.
Like, yo, they was wildin'. I ain't gonna lie. They were thinking outside the box.
Real life, rare. Like,
but I don't think that could have been in America. I think I just feel like here, like they would have turned it up faster than they needed to. Like
in terms of what?
I feel like the government and them niggas would have started like letting off shots type shit. Like if they really tried to storm in and be on some wild shit. Like I don't think that we could have been able to secure a politician and do that with a whole politician. You feel me? And they did that with a prime minister or a minister. Who the fuck was he?
The Minister of Finance. Basically, like
finance, bro.
It would basically be like the treasurer out here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's too crazy. I can't front. That's OD.
Right. So that's what Nepal, shout out to Nepal Gen Zers. Y'all doing your thing, y'all doing something y'all believe in. I'm all for it. I have nothing against that. I don't think they should be trying to censor y'all from what's going on in the world. And I don't think they should be censoring y'all from exposing what's going on in Nepal. I think that's what really matters to them, like the fact that they're trying to hide from what I guess the corruption that they got going on out there, and they just not fucking with it.
That shit is crazy.
Word.
It's sad.
Shout out to Nepal.
Word.
Much love, much power to y'all.
It's sad that governments can really do that shit. Like what?
Literally, bro. So that kind of goes into our next topic, which is kind of now we're kind of going off political and we're kind of going off like world events. Really, just kind of like bringing it back to just us Gen Zers and people of our age, right? And that would be social media trends, right? Right now we have some TikTok trends, right? I hear now they have a Dua Lipa t-shirt meme. Why? And brands are jumping into to kind of magnetize. Actually, no, fuck all that. Scratch everything I just said. We're going to talk about the Hall of Fame that just happened. The 2020-25 class of Hall of Fame that just happened in the NBA. Shout out to Carmelo Anthony. Shout out to Dwight Howard. Shout out to the 08 Redeem team. Shout out to y'all, man. Listen, how do you feel about the legend Melo, New York staple, New York legend, Melo getting his flowers and finally getting into the Hall of Fame?
Well deserved. I ain't gonna lie, like well deserved. I really feel as though, like the way the league used to be, I feel like Melo deserved the chip. I also feel like he well deserved.
Well, yeah.
I can't really say much about like what the cards he played when he was in the league. Like signing to the Knicks like 5 years was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Should have took a page out of Brown book and had a little player option. You feel me? Something like that. But it's all good. You feel me? But I feel like that's the one move that really like stunted his chances of getting a chip for real, because but it's all good. Like Melo, you feel me? Still elite scorer, played way less games. than a lot of people and scored way more points than a lot of people. It has a scoring title. That should have been KD's 5th scoring title, honestly, but we're not going to talk about that. He really was very strategic and weird that year. Like, he won by like 0.1 points or 0.2 points per game. KD actually still scored more points that season than Melo, but I think Melo played like a couple less games, which is some bullshit. So really, KD should have 5, you feel me? If you know, you know. I'm a KD fan, feel me? But well-deserved for Melo still. Well-deserved.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to his nephew. Shout out Saheem. Shout out to Kion. Kion's up next. You feel me?
Shout out Flaheem, shout out Kanye, man. Shout out to that word. Facts.
Exactly.
Definitely like to piggyback off what bro said. We're definitely well deserved, especially to a person who's such a New York staple to us and who's done so much for not just what basketball for the city. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I watch his podcast faithfully. I watch 7 p.m. In Brooklyn faithfully. A lot of the things that we implement and we talk about here, we learn from that as well too. Especially the fact of not making our podcast such a like typical podcast where everyone's talking about the same thing about dating, relationships, X, Y, and Z. Like, we got that from them. Like, he made sure that was like his heavily like focus on the podcast. Like, and I really do appreciate that because, like I said, we implement that here at just definitely what he did for the Knicks. Like, I kind of agree with what you said. Maybe 5 years wasn't needed. Maybe when the things were starting to go, he could have bounced.
The league did him dirty though.
Yeah,
Why was he out the league for mad years, and then they decided to let him come back? Like, yo, why did no one pick?
It was pushing the narrative, bro.
That should be weird. Like, yo, bro. I think even right now, Westbrook's going through the same thing. I don't think anyone picked him up.
They're pushing the narrative, bro. And you know who they're going to do that to next?
With that? It's still Russell Westbrook.
You know who they're going to do that to next, bro? I'm telling you right now, PG.
Okay.
They're going to do that in the same thing as PG next, bro. They're building a narrative around. Yeah, that too. They did. These people are divas. Like, they're trying to push the narrative that these people are divas. That they're not good to work with.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like he said, at the end of the day, that was Carmelo Anthony, that Russell Westbrook, Paul George. These are
like elite hoopers.
Hoopers at the end of the day, regardless of injury base, regardless of outside drama, elite hoopers here.
Probably Kawhi too soon. I ain't gonna lie, it's another one.
Especially
but they quick to pay him though.
And you see, especially what they got going on with that shit with the Clippers owner. They had space.
Oh, the investigation.
Yeah,
I forgot about that shit.
I'm not 100% sure, but from what I think I know what it is, and this is just like I said, this is from what I think they were basically saying they were paying him to basically sit out.
Yeah, not paying him to sit out, but he had signed an endorsement deal for like 50 something M's. And allegedly, the real investigation that's going on it wasn't the Clippers organization. It was a company that the Clippers organization was a sponsor of.
Yeah.
Or they sponsored them, one or the other. But it was another separate entity. And allegedly, Kawhi was supposed to be doing like promos and like commercials and stuff like that for the company, but he never did. But it's also like, did he choose not to? Or did they never set something up for him to do? Because they paid him out. Of course, like when someone signs a sponsorship deal, they got to pay that bag, you feel me? But it's like, it's not up to the client to like project what the fuck he's going to do. Mm-hmm. Nigga, y'all got to have him outside. Y'all got to set up commercials, shoots or whatever. Y'all paid him 50-something million, bro. Y'all basically have open access to him. Whatever you plan, whatever y'all do, he has to show up.
Yep.
Did they do that? I don't know. We'll find out soon. Stay tuned after that investigation. But you feel me? I really don't know. So, but yeah, bro. It wasn't even the Clippers. It was another separate entity that sponsored the Clippers.
I don't
pay that bag. How you gonna get mad? Y'all pay the bag. How you gonna get mad at a nigga for getting paid? And then afterwards say, oh, well, we paid you and you ain't do nothing. Well, was it his fault or was it y'all fault? I don't think it was Kawhi's fault, bro. If it's me and Kawhi's situation, give me my money. I don't care. What the hell? I don't care either. What the hell? If y'all want me to do some shit, y'all paid me already. Let me know.
Yeah.
And so it'll be different if it was like they send shit up and Kawhi's like no call, no show. That's different.
Yeah.
But I think they'll be okay.
Listen, it was really nasty. Yeah. Kawhi, what you best? Because I think you're still an elite hooper too, regardless of what you got going on.
Word.
Elite defender.
Crazy two-way player.
Yeah, crazy two-way
Not
player.
the best though. I think low-key who's making his way to the best two-way player is Amen Thompson. And I'm so glad
he just got to work on his offensive game. You just have to work on the offensive game and shooting.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to do that this year because now he has a Durant shooter.
Durant shooter, yeah. So it just lock up and go to Baja.
Bro, if he gives us 16 and 10 this year, I ain't gonna lie, the Rockets are so scary. So scary. And maybe I'll even say 18. Give me 18, man. You can score 18 a game, 20 even. Or anywhere in that range, like.
Do you think it's 16 now?
Who?
I mean,
are you crazy?
No, but meaning like obviously yes, KD. It's KD's team, obviously. Meaning like, all right. So boom, it was Jalen, right? Boom, it was Jalen's team,
Jalen Green, right?
Jalen Green team. Like they meaning like they drafted him. They built around him. They tried
to make him the franchise.
Exactly. They tried to build around him. Obviously, it didn't work because he's a very inconsistent player.
It's like, was it?
All right, cool. We saw. Boom. A piece that they drafted was Amen. Was around him to work with him. Right. We've seen the growth and we've seen the progress that Amen is making. Yeah. So now, granted, yes, it's KD's team. He's the senior. He's the former MVP champ. All that stuff, and he's the elite ball player that we know he is. Yes, we know he's going to be the one to carry them niggas. But meaning, do you think they brought KD to play around Amen? That's what I'm saying. I
think they brought KD in to play around Alperen Şengün, if anything. Because I look at Şengün like literally baby Jokic. Like you like the way the basketball game is played, it's spooky if you have a big man who can score, who has post games and can pass.
Yeah.
That's spooky because now doubles come up.
Yep.
KD, oh my God, they try to double him. Corner open. You know what happens with KD at the corner. Green bean. Emote and all that.
But they also do need to bring more shooters for the Rockets too. That's the thing, though.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think so. I don't think we need to be more shooter heavy. I think
not KD, shooter heavy, but like you got KD. He's a shooter. But who else?
Fred. We got Amen. Like I think we're
decent.
Fred is. We also just got bro from. Didn't we get Vanderbilt or no? We got some. Didn't we get Josh Okogie? Someone else from the Suns came with us to the Rockets too. I think it's Josh Okogie. I think.
Okay.
They not too shabby this year. Like I gotta see the full roster again.
They're a great two-way team. I will say that they're a great two-way team.
Top 3 in the West, easy. Top 3.
Respectfully. Okay, respectfully. That's so crazy. We got so off topic because it was still about Melo. It was still about Melo. But yes, like we really do appreciate Melo. Like we love seeing him in Brooklyn. We love the fact that he was able to do it. I wholeheartedly think that Melo was and kind of is maybe still capable to even get a chip when even in those later years where they played with him when he was bouncing around from OKC to Rockets to Portland to the Lakers that little 3-4 years that I didn't
it was bad, bro. The Thunder was bad. I mean, it wasn't bad. I think the Thunder was probably the best team he was on actually out of those. Lakers was a shit
Lakers show. Was good on paper. Lakers was just because they had
Portland shit show.
Shit show, yeah.
I forgot all about Portland.
Yeah,
shit show.
Yeah, that was bad. that was bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Him and the Rockets, dude, that was bad.
Shit show.
Yeah, that was bad because
he did play with Harden.
Harden, and CP. That's what him and CP.
Didn't they get Paul George? No. They got someone else after that though. No. I lied. It was them 3. It was them 3.
It was so crazy because but then too because like I watched the podcast right and I saw the reason why right he still stayed kind of talked about that like those later years of his career like when he was saying when he was in OKC, the Portland, the Rockets, stuff like that.
Journeyman.
Yeah, exactly. He said he spoke about that one time in the Rockets because I believe the Rockets was the first one to give him
to pick him up
to pick him up the opportunity, right? Mm-hmm. And the way he said the way they explained it to him was like, all right, we need what you do, like we need that. We need Melo, like you know what I'm saying. So you're like, I bet, like it's no brainer. We got CP3, he killing this year. Harden, MVP level caliber player right now. It's no brainer.
Yeah, they couldn't really expect the same Melo though.
So basically that's what it was. Yeah. So when he got there, right, he said what they told him to bring him in was, all right, cool, we need you to do what you do. Boom. But then now when I'm here, I'm signed in, we ready to play, we breaking down the game. He was like, they telling him, oh, out of the entire game, only 6 mid-range shots are only being taken.
Which is not like
that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
That's insane
to go
for
from
4 quarters
used to be, but it's like,
but even not even fuck with Melo, fuck just the Melo shit. For an entire team to only be taking six mid-range shots for the entire
team?
The entire yes, bro. The entire
So
he said the
to
entire
shoot mad
team.
threes? I don't get it.
Yes, that's
Oh,
because
yeah.
that was the time
That
where
was that year.
we're transitioning into a 3-point league,
Heavy,
heavy league, yeah. And that's when remember that was the same year they did the 20-some shot,
26 missed shots.
Yeah, exactly.
Dickheads,
bro.
So
So that's what it was. He said
So
Melo
ass.
said basically they had the whiteboard there. They had the whiteboard and they broke all the shots down like in percentages, like 60% or something.
Oh, I get it.
Of
Yeah,
threes.
I get it. They needed a math equation to see like what percent of each at different sides of the floor they should be shooting per game.
And he's basically
What
for the
was it
mid
for
ranges.
three?
It was only it did a percentage, but it was only in 6 shots.
Wow.
And he said, and guess so Melo is so we all know Melo is the mid range guy, but guess who else was on that team was a mid ranger? CP,
Triple threat god.
CP
is more of a mid.
So they said that
Especially at that
3 on flip goes to CP. Melo's like what?
Yeah.
So I only get 2. He said I only get what 3 shots, mid range shots.
Word.
That's my game.
Nigga, he would have been averaging like
He said
he had
he's-
the green. He'd have averaged at least 16.
He said that's my game. Y'all taking my game away from me. Like what's going on here? He was like nah.
Melo high post is spooky.
Spooky.
Position. He don't even got to take a dribble. That shit could be.
Exactly. Come on. One dribble pull up.
Dickhead.
One
And
dribble
you just
pull
looking at him like,
up.
what the fuck is this nigga about to do? He's about to drive. He's about to go past me. He's about to step back. Like,
Has he pull up?
Like, but it could be like a hezzy.
Triple threat pull up.
It could be a hezzy step back into another hezzy. Oh my god, blow by Levy. Oh my god,
This is not what we talking about here. You know what I'm saying?
High post
Like,
Melo is spooky.
come on. Melo not no spot up corner shooter.
Yeah, he never was. The fuck, he needs the rock to
And
create.
he could do it. He said I could do it, but I gotta
don't
get in
think
my flow. He said I gotta get in my flow first before I do
He
that.
capped on that, but that's not the type of scorer Melo is. Stop
He said
it.
he capped
I
on
didn't
that.
hear that, but if I did, I'd have been like, stop it. You cannot
No,
be a
me-
spot up
but
shooter.
he said this.
His
He's-
release is not fast enough, and he does not get enough lift. He's not in that shape. Like, Melo on, like, the Denver Nuggets could have been, feel me? But no, not because Melo was fake chunky. No.
Okay, he was.
He could not be a spot up.
I feel like when he got like picked up back into the league, he kind of slimmed down.
And you got to be fast to be a spot up shooter, too. Like,
Yeah.
you got to be running the floor baseline to baseline, all of that. I don't think Melo
Well,
got
this is
that
what
in
he
his
said though. He said I can't do it off rip. Like,
Yeah, he
like I
would've had
can't
to
be
adjust.
posed. Like you can't put me in a corner. I get the ball, then I release it. I'm short.
Yeah.
He said I gotta get into
Never
my
been his
rhythm.
thing.
He said I gotta get into my rhythm. So
gotta-
for the rhythm is those middies we was talking
Yeah,
about.
he got to get warm.
And he said and
post.
three's not enough.
Yeah,
not enough.
three is like you just getting your feet in the water.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
just
Because you
turn
can
on the
miss those
faucet.
3. You can miss them 3
Melo's
straight.
He's probably gonna make two of the 3 though. But you feel me? I don't know. I just don't see why the game is so rigid in the league like that. Like they really be planning out
Curry.
certain players
And
to take
this is
certain
not
amounts
to
of
shit
shots
on
per
Curry,
game.
bro.
What the fuck?
This is not the shit on Curry.
What if the 15 person on the bench is having a great game, nigga? Like, then what? Y'all still gonna restrict his minutes just because of his name or his number? That shit is corny, bro.
It's Curry, bro.
So much politics in the NBA.
Yeah,
now.
too much politics
Word.
in the NBA.
What you saying about Curry?
It's because that's also what it was. Like to him changing the game, strictly changing the game is the reason why shit like that happened. And this is not. I'm not putting no blame on Curry of why Melo's not in the league. I'm not saying that. But Curry becoming the most elite 3-point shooter that we ever made all these other teams be like, all right, this is the formula that the Warriors is using, and it's winning. We gotta follow this. We gotta follow suit.
Yeah, but at the same
And
time,
it didn't work.
I don't even think that the Warriors were shooting an absurd.
It really
volume
was.
of
And it really
threes.
was.
I think it was really
It was just
Celtics.
Curry, and it was just him.
It
Though.
was really just the efficient. It looked that way because they scored so many points off of 3 points
Mm-hmm.
because the efficiency. They got 2 snipers on the team. Like, so even if they take like 23s a game out of the 2 of them, niggas is definitely making like 15 between the 2.
Yeah,
of them.
'cause I don't even think
So
it's
it
like-
looks like that.
Exactly, because I don't even think it's that. I think it's just they have elite ball movement. They have
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
They
They're
have elite.
lucid. They're fluid. Like they run. They are in shape, and they know how to move without the ball.
Exactly.
Melo, that's never been his body. Never.
Never.
On any team. That's never been his body. That's
Ever
why I'm
Melo,
like,
you
Melo's
needs
flat
the
out
ball.
shooter.
He needs the
Stop
ball in
it.
his hand to succeed. Exactly.
Please, nigga. We know you for
Exactly.
real. That's not your game, gang. I'm sorry.
Right. So
Never has been.
But all in all, we love you, Melo. We genuinely do love you. We shout out to you. Congratulations on making the Hall of Fame.
For sure,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Well
That's good.
deserved. You feel me? That's
Let-
like peak hoops in the city.
Exactly. So let me ask you this though, bro. 2 things, right? Do you think, right? Because the next big name who made the Hall of Fame, right, was Dwight Howard. Do you think Dwight Howard is Hall of Fame caliber?
Yeah, for sure. I think Dwight Howard is probably like. You got to remember, like, prime Dwight, like. He was supposed to be the next Shaq type shit.
He was, right?
He was supposed to be the next Shaq. Like in the like Dwight on the Magic was different. I ain't gonna lie. And it's so coincidental that Shaq was on the Magic too. I feel like what stunted his growth was like
injuries?
Like the injuries and like the PR. PR makes the world go around. Like once he did that Superman shit and Shaq wasn't fucking with it, then it turned into like Shaq versus Dwight. Shaq versus Dwight for mad long, bro. Shaq was clowning him, putting him on Shaq in the fool and all of that. That's just bad PR.
So
I ain't gonna lie.
So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Dwight in the Hall of Fame, right? Because now then if I think deeply into it, now I didn't have to ask what are the qualifications for making a Hall of Famer. Being a Hall of Famer.
I was just about to ask, like, yo, was he even on the top 70, the 75th anniversary?
I don't even know, bro. Like, I genuinely, for me, bro's about to get an answer, but that's just how I feel on it, right? I know exactly what Dwight Howard has done in his.
He was not ranked in the top 75. Whoa. Okay.
That's why I'm a little. You see what I'm saying? So listen, I know exactly what Dwight Howard has done in his earliest career, especially when he was on the Magic. Dominant, strong as hell, and athletic. I understand that. Took the Orlando Magic in 11 to the finals. Like I'm not. I don't know what it was. That was when they played. That's when they played the Lakers. Yeah, when they played Lakers. 09. Or that might be 09. Really? Or either 09 or 010.
Magic versus Lakers in the finals.
Yeah, and Lakers swept them. Lakers swept them, bro. Look at that, bro.
I feel like it was Lakers Celtics a couple years ago.
No.
After I know that was 2010.
I got you right now.
Lakers went 2 times in a row. They lost to they lost to. No, bro. I don't know. It's not ringing a bell. Maybe I'm wrong though. It's a little early.
09, bro. 09.
Okay, 09.
09, that's when Kobe went back to back. 09 he did. He won that against that, and then 010 is when he played the Celtics.
Boston. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Boom. So like I said, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of what he did. Two three time defensive player of the year. I'm not 100% sure. I get that. 100% I get that. I just don't know if that is enough for Hall of Fame. That's just me because then I also do know he played a contribution. He played a defensive contribution for when the 2020 finals for the Lakers. I'm not denying that. I just don't think that everything he did in his career was. And let me not say that. At least to right now, he should be in the Hall of Fame. I think it should have been like in the next maybe 3-5 years, maybe. Then it'll be like because look, as soon as Dwayne Wade retired, they put him in the Hall of Fame. Offered the same year he retired, then he was boom Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I feel like it's different dynamic though. PR, telling you, bro, like it's the optics. Like D Wade, he's always gonna be viewed in a very like heavenly light because he won a chip without Bron, with Bron, and when he played with Bron in the Heat, like it was monumental, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like it's always gonna be a different dynamic. Like that was, he used to just throw the ball next to the rim anywhere. Bron just gonna get that shit. Like, it used to get crazy.
That shit was crazy. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Bro, like, I feel like it was a different dynamic because of PR. Like honestly, that's all of it is. Like,
so let me ask you the question again: is Dwight Howard Hall of Fame caliber?
I still think so.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair.
Watching him in real time used to be wacky. Like I'm like, yeah, bro is actually he understands it. Like I feel like what would have stamped him into the top 75 is if he beat Kobe the first year, because he does have a chip. Don't get me wrong, he has a chip.
Yeah, he's a chip.
He got a bubble.
The 09 team though, it wasn't because boom, you have to think about what they had.
It wasn't shit.
It wasn't. No, I mean, they was that team that year because they had Jameer Nelson, they had Hedo Turkoglu, they had I think they had Aaron Aflalo. So I mean, they had good pieces of that time. They were nice, right?
Rashard Lewis.
Boom.
This shit's not really bringing elite names for me though. Like, no one's super duper elite. Honestly, like, I get it.
You got me weak.
Gortat. I remember, bro. Remember Gortat? Big man, I believe.
Yeah.
They had JJ. Okay.
Reddick?
Yeah, they had JJ
Okay.
Reddick. It
wasn't enough, though.
Look
It
at the
wasn't enough.
roster. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Like, I think they wasn't shit, and the fact that Dwight took him to the finals was pretty tough. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty tough.
Oh, they had Jason. They had also had Jason Richardson.
Because who else was in the league that year? LeBron James. You feel me? Like, real shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Brown was dead ass in the league that year. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like
Surprisingly, he beat them.
and in the East, he didn't even go to the West yet. And in the East that year, word.
Magic beat him though. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, and after that
LeBron, they
year,
had
LeBron
no-
hasn't been beat before. He went to like what 10 straight finals after that.
Eight.
Fuck.
Eight,
Oh no.
so-
Well, starting in 2012.
Yes.
No, 2011 starting against the
Eight
against the
straight
Thunder.
finals.
8 straight finals.
8. That's.
I thought it was 10.
I mean, shit, it could be, but 8 or 10, regardless, is tough. It's tough as fuck. Like, so but to also to
Oh, you were right. 8.
to continue
11
to
18.
do that, to talk about that, right? Because we were on the name of that. Braun and CP are also in the Hall of Fame too. Did you know that?
Yeah.
For the
sure.
for the Redeem team.
Yeah, the redeemed team.
For the Redeem team. That is the 08 Olympic men's basketball team.
Word.
That is basically their like Dream Team 2.0. That was when it was Kobe, D Wade, Melo,
Paul George.
Paul George. No. Was it Paul George?
Paul George was there. I'm pretty sure he was on that roster. Let me see.
No, because Paul George didn't come to the league until 10.
That's when he got drafted.
2010.
I was tweaking.
2010.
Yeah, he's a young buck. I'm bugging.
So it was Braun, Kobe, D Wade, like Bosh, CP, exactly, Melo,
yeah.
you know, niggas like that. And that's what it was. Deron, like Carlos Boozer, Deron Williams, shit like that.
Oh yeah, Deron Williams was.
You know, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
God, he was
right. That's lit though. But I only say that's lit because I think Chris Paul and LeBron are the only people to ever be in the Hall of Fame and still currently be playing at the same time.
Yeah.
So it just adds on to more of LeBron's legacy, also Chris Paul's legacy. So shout out to them as well too, right?
Word.
You know, so yeah, like that. So we got one more topic though, guys. We got one more topic to definitely talk about before we got, huh? We got one more quick topic we want to talk about definitely before we step out of here, right? And it's just a little bit kind of going back to more social media and the invisible hand of algorithms, right? The TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for you versus old school search and tabs. Basically, insinuating, all right, how do we feel about, all right, boom, like, you know, now YouTube, TikTok, and even Instagram now, they're curated now specifically for your likes and for you and for what you like going on rather than when it was first established like a YouTube. Even because, boom, YouTube even does that now. Like, your YouTube page is very curated for where you like. But back then, it was like, when it first started out, it was like everyone had the same, like.
It was almost like World Star.
Yeah.
If you go to World Star, you're going to see what's
same
posted
videos.
the most recently type shit.
Exactly.
Whatever's trending, like, you feel me? Like,
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I get it. I mean, I think it's better, like, because I don't want to open up my IG or whatever and see, like, random bullshit all the time. When I go to my For You page, like, that's how true it is. I go on my For You page, I see a lot of basketball, I see workout videos, I see travel videos, I see pet stuff. Be very entertaining. Love a pet video. But that's about it. Literally just basketball, some fashion stuff. Basketball, fashion, workout videos. I don't want to go to my For You and see, I don't know, makeup tutorials and all this other bullshit. Like, not bullshit, but things that I'm not interested in personally. You know.
Right. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I agree with you, right? But then, right, I feel that because everything is so tailored to your specific likes, you're now not learning what's going on in the real world things. Because, listen, we talked about this last episode that a lot of people are not going to the news to watch or to go get what's going on in the world and shit like that. You're finding this information on social media, 9 times out of 10, right? So if if your page, right, if your For You page is constantly of like, not the shit on what you got going on, like just fashion, you know, cooking tutorials or whatever the fuck it is, like, you know,
sure.
how are you building knowledge on your day-to-day basis? That's what I'm trying to get at. Rather to where, like, to kind of go back to your example of World Star, right? Even though, boom, it will give you the trending, right? And sometimes the trending is maybe to be a fight video. Sometimes it might be like a police shooting that happened in, you know, somewhere. And then, boom, now you're knowledgeable that, like, oh, shit, this a cop. Cop just shot X, Y, and Z, you know, stuff like that. Sometimes you need those things. And sometimes people aren't like, and I'm not trying to go on you, but like you said, sometimes you don't know these things until these things are happening. Like boom, we didn't know who fucking Charlie Kirk was until he died.
Word. So after he died. Word.
After he died, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to. Oh no, we don't really know who Charlie Kirk is, but in terms of like real world events, that's
But also too, me personally, I feel like certain things I'd rather not even want to know about. Like, I'm very like strategic with how I like treat my socials too, because I don't like taking in too much negativity at the same time. So for me, like, I feel like I almost purposely try to stay a little disconnected enough that it's like, if it ain't affecting me directly, if it has no direct correlation to me or what I got going on, like, I'm honestly not gonna give that much attention to it. You know what I mean? Not that I don't give a fuck, like the shit going on in Nepal, for example. It's good to hear about, good to know. But and it's also like different people have different goals of social media. Like I treat Instagram like it's business for me personally. TikTok is more fun. I have a lot more fun on there, more lenient, more unserious. But Instagram 9 at a time, it's like
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Yeah, I agree with that, especially my main page.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's like I try not to do much on there sometimes. You feel me? I try to just keep it cool, keep it different, keep my feed like calm and pleasant. You feel me? I don't want to like if I really want to know what's going on, like, I'll take to Twitter. That's what different social media is for different purposes. Like I know if I'm bored, entertainment, straight TikTok. I know if I'm trying to go, you feel me, trying to be on some work shit or like on some fashion shit, whether that's inspo, whether that's talk to clients, whether that's network with photographers or stylists, whoever, Instagram, best place for that. If I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the world, I'm going to Twitter automatically. So I feel like different socials have different like purposes. That's why we have so many downloaded on our phones. Like it's really one social media, you have them all. One thing that you see on TikTok, you can also see on Instagram for sure. You can see the same things on any platform, but different platforms for different purposes.
Okay, that's a great point.
That's pretty much what I'll keep it to.
That's a great point. And that's one thing I think why me and bro has our friendship has been able to thrive over so long for these years. Disagreeing to disagree. It don't gotta be argument. It don't gotta be a whole lot of nah, bro, you wrong. It's just perspectives.
No right or wrong.
Bro has his own perspective. I have my own perspective, and you know we can agree to disagree on things, and that's cool. That's what it is, right? So last thing, bro. This is the last thing we're gonna talk about before we head out, right? Okay, micro targeting. How much of what you see is chosen for you?
Everything, because they're always listening. They're always collecting our information. Even down to our searches, down to what we listen to. Like all of that is like being tied into like our phones track our data 24/7. Like it's so bad that if you want to have an important conversation that's like you feel me?
You might have to talk with your phone away.
You have to put no, like legitimately, like not just go on a crazy tangent, but like I was well aware of this, like during COVID when I was going through some shit with the boys in Pennsylvania. I don't know if I put you onto that. But
semi.
Yeah, like I almost went away for a good amount of time. Another story for another day though. Yo, bro, when me and my mans like had to talk about, you feel me, important shit going on, they was pulling us in for interrogations and all this other shit. Like we had to put our phones in a different room because they're literally listening. Like one time when we like spoke about it, like you feel me, phones in pocket even type shit, like they had the drop on niggas. We still don't know how, but they are. I don't want to go too deep into it, but they had the drop on us. They were listening through our phones. Like they're listening devices at all times. You feel me? So These right here track every single info. Whatever we talk about right now, I bet money. One thing that I'm gonna do when I go on TikTok is like I can open up TikTok right now and I bet
We're gonna see Mad Charlie
topic that we were
Kirk,
just
Mad
talking
Charlie
about.
Kirk,
Charlie
Mad
Kirk or Nepal.
Mad Nepal, word.
Look,
Mad or Hall of Fame shit.
I'm gonna just go into. But yeah, I say that. Like I just want to see how true it is. Like
No,
you feel me?
And this is the point where I disagree with bro. I don't got really much to defer from what he said. 100%. I do think everything that we do and say is curated to your likings and your style, and that was exactly why this was a topic that I wanted to definitely speak on. You know, curation is very unique if you think about it, right? You know, you're like you said, your social media is all your social media is curated to you. Your YouTube is curated to you. Your Spotify, your Apple Music is curated to you.
That's the best part. Spotify, like they understand me. I ain't gonna lie.
Legit,
they know what
legit.
I
like some of these suggest they suggest you stuff based off what they think you would like. Mm-hmm. You know, so I like that. It's good. I like that aspect.
Pros and cons, but
on social media. Word. I like that aspect on social media where you know everything is curated to your likings. I do, like I said, the only thing that I do think is that we do need to be on top of like what's going on in our world, because to not necessarily take in negativity, but just you just need to know. You just need to know. I'm a very big advocate of you need to know, at least know what's going on. You don't gotta care. You don't gotta be involved, but at least know. Be knowledgeable in it, because you don't obviously want to speak on ignorance. You don't want to speak of ignorance. Like you don't want to speak on something you don't know or you're not informed on. So, true word. That's really it. And yeah, I think that's it, bro.
Pretty much. We don't want to drag it out too long. You feel me? But yeah, we pretty much good to go. You know, if y'all have any other topics that you want us to talk about, or anything that you want to see, drop in the comments. Make sure y'all are tapped into us on TikTok, especially. Like we post mad funny clips on TikTok. Make sure you follow us on TikTok at What's the word NYC. WTW NYC for more specifically.
Yes, sir.
It'll pop up.
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Also, too, recommend anyone you think you would like to see on here too.
We're definitely.
I know we said we're going to be bringing them, but I promise you soon we're going to have some real special people on here too. So from models, like from models to designer.
That would have been cool. My son's chic in town right now, but
I have a great friend who is the designer of a street brand called Live and Maintain. Boss man, shout out to Euro.
Yo, I seen them the other day. Actually,
they told me. They definitely told me. Listen. Their great conversations are going to come upon too. I know you guys enjoy what me and bro talk about every time, but just to have another head or another one or two person here just to broaden the conversation, it's going to be great. I promise you guys, good things are coming soon for us. But from here, signing out, KC, praise
the Lord, live like the jeans.
We out here.
We signed out. Bow.